Joining us from Norway is one of the authors of that article, Robin Wigglesworth, and Mike Santoli joining the conversation too. Robin, I'll start with you. I mean, how much exactly were these positions in terms of size? Are they up or down because of them, and are they still active? Any insight onto those factors?
Well, we gather they spent $4 billion on call options with a nominal value around $30 billion, so pretty sizable. In mostly big US tech names. Now, how active they still are, we don't know. They could have sold those off. Some of them might have expired, but we gather most of them expire in October, November, and December. So they're still probably still there. Now, it depends on when they bought them, how much money they made. I gather that SoftBank is still sitting pretty on a fairly sizable win on its tech investments this year. So I bet they're hoping they hold on to them, given how the markets have been turning out these days.
And what's your take, Robin, as to why they did this? I mean, apart from obviously thinking that these tech stocks were going to rise, because it is clearly a step away from what their typical type of business is.
No, it's a huge departure, and who knows what's going through their heads in doing this. It's very different from making big investments in private companies. Big options trades in public markets is not exactly what SoftBank is known for. Now, I mean, it could be just straight up that they think the market is going higher. We want to own lots of tech, and we have money to put to work, so let's do so. There could be a somewhat more nuanced strategy here, where they're doing something called a stock replacement trade, where they're actually selling some of their underlying holdings, taking profit on those, and then still keeping some upside exposure by replacing that stock with options. In that case, it would be delta neutral, as the derivatives traders put it. Right now, we just don't know. We just know they're really big. They're a whale in the Nasdaq market. And how they play it from here is anyone's guess, given that SoftBank CEO is not the most predictable person in the world. He's a pretty unorthodox character.
And sure, this is not what SoftBank traditionally has done, but do we know if the Vision Fund allows the company to do this? I mean, does the prospectus to investors say that they can invest on a short-term basis in this way? Or do you think the company is doing something more untoward to try to creatively plug losses from other investments?
Well, there's an important distinction there between the Vision Fund and a new asset management subsidiary that SoftBank has set up internally that is funded with SoftBank money, investor money, and some of Masayoshi Son's own personal money. And that seems to be where they're making these trades, not the Vision Fund itself, which is separate, as you say.